The laughter came sharp, echoing across the classroom walls, the kind that cuts deeper than words. Every head had turned toward Daniel, the quiet teen with nervous hands gripping the edge of his desk. His classmates mocked him relentlessly, sneering at the claim his mother had once served as a Navy SEAL. The ridicule burned hotter when someone shouted, "Yeah, right. Your mom in the SEALs? She probably can't even do a push-up." Daniel's chest tightened, his heart pounding as he fought the urge to defend her, knowing no matter what he said, the jeers would drown him out. "Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening." Daniel sat in silence, each insult striking like a stone. He wanted to speak, to explain the truth, but doubt coiled inside him. What if they were right? Maybe he was foolish for believing his mom's stories. His mind replayed her scars, the distant look in her eyes when she spoke of places she'd been, battles she never described in full. He'd always trusted her. But now, surrounded by mocking faces, he felt the sharp sting of shame. The teacher tried to hush the chaos, but even she smirked, unconvinced by the claim. That was the moment. Daniel's resolve cracked. He dropped his gaze, whispering to himself, "Maybe I should have kept quiet." Then the door creaked open. The laughter slowed, then stilled, as a figure stepped inside. Boots against linoleum, steady, commanding. Sunlight streamed through the window, catching the outline of a woman in uniform. Her presence filled the room before her voice ever did. It was Daniel's mom. Her eyes swept across the class, cold steel softened by maternal warmth when they found her son. The students shifted uncomfortably. The room carried the weight of something unspoken, as if the air itself knew she had walked through fire to stand here. Behind her, a ripple of movement followed. Men in uniform, broad-shouldered, disciplined, eyes sharp as blades. Navy SEALs. The silence was absolute. Not a chair squeaked, not a breath dared disturb the moment. She stood at the front, resting, a hand on Daniel's shoulder, her voice calm, yet cutting through the tension like a blade through paper. "My son never lies about who I am, and neither do these men." She gestured toward the SEALs who flanked her, their presence undeniable, their discipline radiating a quiet storm. Whispers began, hushed at first, then swelling into stunned recognition. Students who had laughed moments ago now stared wide-eyed, some with guilt flushing their faces. A boy in the back whispered, "Oh my God, it's real." Daniel felt his throat tighten, tears pressing against his eyes. For so long, he had carried the weight of doubt, the sting of disbelief. And now, in a single heartbeat, it lifted. The SEALs moved forward in unison, their boots a rhythm of unity. One stepped closer, placing a firm hand on Daniel's shoulder. "Your mom is one of us," he said simply, "and we don't forget our own." A wave of silence followed, then a rush of something greater. Applause, hesitant at first, then swelling, filling the room like thunder rolling through a valley. Even the teacher lowered her head, ashamed of her earlier smirk at Daniel's mom. Bent down, whispering so only he could hear, "Never doubt the truth, son. Courage doesn't always roar. It often walks quietly beside you." The boy who had mocked the loudest earlier now couldn't meet Daniel's eyes. Moral weight hung heavy in the air. The students had to wrestle with the uncomfortable truth. They had mocked what they didn't understand, and their cruelty had almost silenced something extraordinary. Justice didn't come with punishment. It came with truth standing tall, undeniable, unshakable, because courage doesn't ask for permission. It simply shows up, and when it does, the world stands still. The room that once mocked was now quiet, reverent. The story that began with laughter ended with respect, because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. The same classroom that had echoed with jeers would forever remember the day silence fell and truth walked in wearing boots. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to hear more stories like this one. Your voice matters here, just as much as Daniel's did that day.